Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and greetings. AliShanMao here. Following very closely in the steps of DJI, Walkera once again releases another quadcopter, which people are talking about and saying that is nothing but a cheap DJI Mavic knockoff or clone. Well, clone or not, but here it is. This is Walkera Vitus 320, portably smart, or they're saying intelligent and portable. This is a quadcopter that resembles DJI Mavic Pro a whole lot, and that is why we are calling it a Mavic clone or a Mavic knockoff. Cheap. That is where I don't agree with you, because $700 or $850 retail prices on different websites, this thing is not a cheap knockoff. Moreover, Walkera did put some efforts and features into their Vitus 320 in order to compete with DJI products. Well, first off, we are going to unbox this quadcopter, and then we're going to take a closer look at the quadcopter and its features. Having a good experience with DJI Mavic Pro, I can easily conclude, using my experience and experience of flying the Walkera Vitus 320, that if Vitus 320 is any better than DJI Mavic Pro, or if it is even getting closer to DJI Mavic Pro, or if it is a good substitute to DJI Mavic Pro. Alright, so first off, let's see what's inside the box. Alright, now that you have seen what was inside the box, right here I have this Walkera Vitus 320 in my hands. It has quite a weight on it, and when you unfold it, which is very easy and of course almost as close as DJI Mavic Pro, when you unfold it, this is quite a good size right here. Check it out. And also it has landing legs that you can unfold, and it will sit on its foot. Alright, okay, so size wise I would say is almost as big as, maybe slightly bigger than DJI Mavic Pro, and slightly heavier than DJI Mavic Pro. Let me bring the camera closer to the quadcopter. We'll take a look at the quadcopter and we'll talk about its features. Alright people, this is the Walkera Vitus 320, which is going up against DJI Mavic Pro, and we have the newest Devo F8S radio system, especially designed for Walkera, the Vitus 320. We'll take a look at it very soon. For now, I'm gonna put it away to make some space on my small table. So here it is. First off, let's talk about the big features And once again, Walkera has made a very smart, very clever video, which after you watch that you will be like, wow, this looks better than DJI Mavic Pro. Here is a warning regarding those advertising videos, which are smart and cleverly designed to lure people into believing this product is the best in this world. At this moment, honestly speaking, the only advertised videos that you can believe in are the DJI advertised videos, because what they advertise, their drones are doing it. When it comes to other companies making these smart, clever videos, please watch reviews, multiple reviews, not just mine, multiple reviews of the same product and see what people are saying, and then decide to go for it. Alright, enough said, let's get back to the quadcopter. It does feel heavier than Mavic Pro as well. The big key features of these quadcopters are a 4K camera system, which is capable of shooting 4K 30 frames per second or 1080p 60 frames per second. Not only that, it is also mounted on a 3-axis stabilized gimbal, which is mechanically stabilized. How good it is? Well, you will find out very, very soon after you watch my videos. The thing that DJI Mavic does not have, but Walkera Vitus is offering, is the 3-direction of obstacle avoidance. So it will detect and avoid obstacles or collisions on the front using the front sensors, on the right using the right collision avoidance or collision detection sensors, on the left using the left collision avoidance detection sensors, and it will hold its position and altitude using an optical flow sensor and downward collision avoidance and detection sensors. So 4 different sides of sensors on this quadcopter, and especially when it comes to flying, 3 different sides, 3 sides of obstacle avoidance. This is one advantage of Walkera Vitus over DJI Mavic Pro, and I have tested it. Those avoidance systems on 3 sides do work very well. As soon as something comes closer to any of the sensors of this quadcopter will stop flying in that direction and will start flying away. Will try to fly away from that obstacle, avoiding the collision. Okay, this is one thing. After that, it has a 1080p live video transmission, that is HD video transmission, using this camera and video transmission system built in this quadcopter. Walkera Vitus 320 is using an 11.1 volt 5200 milliamp 59.28 WH battery, and Walkera claims that it will give you 25 minutes of flight time. Well, we will find out very, very soon when we start flying it. There are LED lights on the back right here for showing you different status of the aircraft. There are LED lights on each arm, right on under the motor as well. You can see there is a TF card slot right here, so you can add your TF card and record the videos. At the same side down here you will find a USB port and a reset switch. So using USB port you can upgrade the quadcopter firmware, and of course you can also use switch to reset the quadcopter to its factory default. And of course the other key feature that we were talking about is the folding design of this quadcopter. So you can basically fold it in, making it into a very small size compact quadcopter for you to carry with you. Looking at the bottom of the quadcopter, you will also find vent and a cooling fan for cooling the hardware of the quadcopter. It does get hot when you are flying. So this is the Devo F8S radio system for Walkera Vitus 320. Fits really nice in small hands, very good. Feels very good, it's very comfortable. Sticks are very nice and smooth and soft. And we have the phone holder, which also turns into tablet holder, can hold 8-inch tablet using an additional piece. Can put right here on the holder, and now it will hold an 8-inch tablet. Without that piece, it will hold a 5.5-inch phone just fine. Right, at the back side they have the antennas, which after you extend them, they stay in the right position for receiving and transmitting the strongest signals, because this is the part where the signals are stronger and it should always face the quadcopter. Alright, next we have the buttons on the buttons. We have video start stop button, we have still shot button, status LED, on off button, and flight mode selector, where you can go from manual to auto to sports. In sports and manual mode there is no obstacle avoidance system. This disengages, and only in auto mode you will have GPS and all the obstacle avoidance system working. At the back side of the radio you will find two dials, one to control the pitch of the gimbal and one to control the exposure value of your image quality or image. In the center right here there is a kind of audio pin here, which used to be an AV pin a long time ago. Vintage technology. Walkera is still using it for upgrading the radio. I don't know, I haven't seen that cable in here, so I'm not sure how to upgrade the radio. Anyway, here we can see the heatsink and cooling vent, and of course one fan mounted on the heat sinks to keep your radio control cool. The radio control also has a Wi-Fi feature, so it will connect to your quadcopter and receive all the transmission and transmit it to your phone, because your phone will connect to the radio. If you do not want to use radio, you can connect your smartphone using the Walkera app directly to your quadcopter and fly the quadcopter as well. So having the dial at the back side, you can see I have trouble using my index fingers while controlling the dial and while having my thumbs right here. However, if I keep my index fingers right here, my middle fingers actually go really comfortably on the dials, and I can control the dials and features very easily, while my thumbs are right here on the radio. So I don't know, my middle finger really fits on the back very well. You can see both of my middle fingers. Anyway, so this is the Walkera F8S radio system. It has its own built-in battery and you have to charge it before you use it. There is a charging port right here, and you can use your supply charger to charge the radio. Make sure you see a green light before you actually want to use it. So first off, I will turn the radio on and then turn the quadcopter on. Okay, gimbal is stabilized. Now we'll go ahead and first off we will connect to you will have two Wi-Fi units. You will have two Wi-Fi on the list, Walkera Ground and Walkera Air. You will connect to Walkera Ground, that is the radio. Okay, so I'm gonna click on Walkera Ground and it's connected. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and run Walkera Drone. Right there, and we will go to connect. Alright, so now you can see this is me, my hands, and everything is working. So let me give you a quick tour of this app very quickly. So you have a flight data right here, speed, horizontal distance, vertical distance, speeds. You also have some information here that at the moment your quadcopter is in GPS mode or optical flow positioning mode. And here you have the camera selections, like you can select mode from video to photo. Okay, right now it was photo, now we are in video, we are turning green, I have no idea why. Okay, we are back. Okay, so back to the photo mode. You can access your photos library from here. This is your camera settings. So in settings you have auto mode or manual mode. At the moment it says SD card not available. Right now we are all in auto. You can use expose, I don't know what is expose. Then you have ISO and EV, you can set it manually. Okay, your photo mode. You have single, burst, timer, and 5 second. I don't know what is that, 5 second, maybe this is a time-lapse video. The format is a JPEG RAW or together JPEG RAW ratio for, oh, now here you can change the ratio, of course, to 16:9. I like my photos in 16:9. Resolution up to 12 megapixel is the largest or the biggest they have given you. In other, you have grid and anti-flicker that you can do, and you can also format your SD card. Now if we go to the video, Okay, it should change to the video settings. These settings stay the same, but in video you have a 1080p and 720p only. The 1080p 30 frames per second. Okay, I have chosen that. Preview rate 4 for record size 4K. So 4K and 1080p 30. I will at the moment set to 1080p 30 frames per second for now. Record rate 16M and preview codec is H.264. All right. Okay, so these were the settings. After that, you have your modes here. In Chinese, at the moment it's showing only aerial mode, but basically using this, it should show you object tracking and also the gesture shot. I hope that once we take off, it will show us that. Then we have takeoff and auto return to home, Google Maps or other maps where you can actually activate circle fly, waypoint, and other waypoints. Okay, right now my Google map is not working because we are in China and Google is blocked here. Wonderful, welcome to China. I don't know how I will fly the map features then. Anyway, then here we are shown connected to the quadcopter, timer, GPS mode, and we have quality of signals here for the radio and video transmission, and the battery level at the moment is 93%. Right here we have a bar here that shows the battery levels before it will activate return to home. When battery is getting to edge, it will activate return to home. Then we have settings here. In the settings you can have units, English and metric. You can show airline. Show airline, will it show you the aircraft in the air? I have no idea. Offline map, firmware upgrade. Then in the quadcopter you have fencing, which is a very good feature. I have set the 300 meter fencing and 120 meter altitude fencing. Return to land, return to home height is 30 meters. You can set your own, and you also have the sensors calibrations that you can calibrate various sensors here. Okay, very good. After that we have a radio control, so you have RC field. You have a stick mode, RFID. You can set your own RFID and SSID for your Wi-Fi on the radio control. Now we have a gimbal where you have the first option, local video location, local or device. Then you have a shortcut, center or down. If you do down, the quadcopter gimbal turns down 90 degree, or center. So you can always start the way you want it to start. Then you have a IO roll adjust on the gimbal and gimbal calibration. In the battery you have remaining flight time 23 minutes. Over low power 2%, low power 6%. So this is basically a first and second level of low voltage warning or low voltage settings. They are calling it over low power. Anyways, the first and second level of warning. Second level of warning on 2% battery. Come on, I would probably set it to at least 4% battery power on the 6%. Maybe low power should be 10% of battery, and it should tell us the low power. So capacity of the battery, power and voltage are shown right there. Okay, so this is it for the Walkera app. Next, of course, when it comes to the flight features, let me quickly give you a brief introduction to those features. Walkera claims, yes, I'm talking about Walkera claims. Walkera claims that it has a manual flight mode where nothing is engaged, it's totally manual, you can fly it fast and nice, only the gimbal is working, obstacle avoidance sensors and GPS and altitude hold. Altitude hold works, but obstacle avoidance sensors will not work. Then there's a sports mode where obstacle avoidance sensors are not working, but altitude hold and attitude hold is working. And then there is an auto mode where GPS and obstacle avoidance sensors and everything works. Makes the quadcopter very, very safe. Now, when talking about the obstacle avoidance systems, having 3 directions of obstacle avoidance is really, really very useful, because sometimes when you're circling the quadcopter around and you're focusing on your cell phone, because that's where the live image is, and you're trying to see that if you are in the center of the shot or not, you don't know if there's a tree or any wall or anything or a rock or hill at left or right of the quadcopter, and that's where quadcopters are normally going to crash. But having to have side left and right obstacle avoidance sensors, this quadcopter, while circling around or flying sideways, shooting videos for you, will not collide to the objects or obstacles. It will avoid those obstacles, it will avoid those crashes. Now, what else does Walkera Vitus have that DJI Mavic does not have? Well, virtual reality games. Using the Walkera Vitus 320, you can play 3 different types of virtual reality games where you can see coins in the skies and boxes and gifts in the skies, and you can collect them while flying the quadcopter around. You can race against time, where you see virtual reality racing gates, and you can also stop an alien invasion by destroying the alien ships in that virtual reality game, all at the same time while you're flying the quadcopter. Now yes, we have talked about this before when I reviewed Walkera iBow, which has the same features. So they put the same features back into the Walkera Vitus 320. Playing virtual reality games takes your focus completely away from flying, but you are focusing only to win and do the gaming while you have a physical drone in the air. However, Walkera did a little bit of a smart thing, that when you are playing game, there's a certain kind of fence that the objects always appear very close to the quadcopter, and your quadcopter will never go very far. They just keep appearing around you, so you will not go very far. And also Walkera Vitus 320 has a fencing feature, so you can always set a fencing before flying and your quadcopter will never cross that fence. So that is a kind of safety feature, and you can enjoy playing gaming. And you can enjoy playing virtual reality game with Vitus 220. Now I know the video is getting really lengthy, so let me be very quick. Walkera also claims that the quadcopter has a selfie gesture detection. So when you make the selfie gesture in the selfie gesture mode, you can get selfies easily without using radio. Just make this sign and you will get a selfie or a snapshot. Walkera also claims that the Vitus 320 has an object tracking mode where you can draw a square around an object, and Walkera Vitus 320 will focus the camera on the object, and it will have 2 different modes in object tracking. One, it will stay at one position and the camera will track the object and quadcopter will rotate to keep the object in the center. And the second mode is where camera will track the object and keep the object in the center, and also quadcopter will follow the object or the subject. Okay, well, very nice feature. And then there's a third feature of aerial filming, which has no description at all anywhere in their cleverly smartly designed advertising video, and there's no clue anywhere in the user manual about what aerial filming mode does actually. Anyway, apart from this, if you want to fly point of interest where quadcopter circles around you, unfortunately you will have to click on the map, and then you will find a feature of point of interest, auto circle around. Camera does not track the subject when quadcopter is auto circling, and you often use this and you often lose the subject. So camera is focusing somewhere and quadcopter is rotating around. And then there is a single waypoint and multiple waypoint features, which thanks God does not work in China because Google Maps don't work. Google is blocked. So totally useless feature. If you're in China, you should provide a map in China, Walkera. What's wrong with you? You're in China, you're a Chinese manufacturer. You should know Google does not work in China. So for Chinese users, if you want to sell this in China, you should provide a map. For being a very new product, I'm gonna be very honest, and I'm not gonna be very tough on Walkera. Walkera did put some effort, did put some good hardware in this product. So if you see some issues and glitches in my flight testing video, we will assume that those are quality or hardware or software glitches, and we will hope that Walkera will be kind enough to fix those glitches and make this Vitus 320 a good alternative to DJI Mavic Pro. I hope Walkera will reduce the price as well, because price point is the thing that people will come to Walkera Vitus 320. Thank you very much for watching this lengthy video. Let's go and watch the flight testing video. You will find an end screen showing the flight testing video, so click on it or simply go ahead on my channel and you will find the Walkera Vitus 320 flight testing video. Thank you for watching the video, and thank you very much for your continued support towards my work on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel and stay updated for all the regular video uploads. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share the link over your social sites.